Hey guys, this is Josh Farley back with another video. In this video, I'm actually going to be showing you guys my T-Mobile 5G home internet setup. So let's actually get into this video. So as you can see here, I do have a third-party gateway or router, whatever you want to call it, set up here. It's actually called the Chester Cheetah version 2. And what you can actually do with this is you can actually, you can do band locking, you can do tower locking, which is basically the same thing, band locking, tower locking, whatever you want to call it. You can also change network modes from like NSA to SA, stuff like that, standalone, non-standalone, is basically what they stand for. And you can also use a VPN with this as well, and a lot of other features that I haven't really scratched the surface of yet. And the beauty of this also is that you can actually connect a waveform 4x4 antenna, or actually any kind of external antenna to this, without actually having to take it apart. And I actually do have a waveform 4x4 antenna over there, facing out the window, and that's actually where the tower is. It's actually down the road from me. And it's near an old truck stop down the road from me, only like, maybe a mile or two. That's basically the setup there. I have the waveform connected there. Sorry about the attic being so, cluttery. But I have it set up there, and that's where it actually gets the fastest speeds. As you can see out the window here, it is, pretty high up. The window is a little dirty, so it's kind of hard to, see out of. But that's where it seems to get the fastest speeds, and they are actually doing tower monitorization in my area. I actually made a video earlier about that. They actually said it's going to be done, in like April 27th, they said. I'm hoping that I'll get even faster speeds. And by the way, if you guys look over here, I can show you guys, if you can see that right there, the power. And then the Wi-Fi is actually off because I have this connected to a Google Nest Wi-Fi Pro 6E mesh system. I have like 5 of those around the house. So that's how I, get my Wi-Fi throughout the house, in faster speeds, because I have 6 gigahertz band on that. So that's definitely a, a plus, to get even faster speeds with this service. So as you can see there, you get 3 indicator lights. Normally 4 of the Wi-Fi is activated, but I, deactivated that. It was very easy, in the admin, web page. And as you can see there, it actually shows 4G and 5G. But if you can see, you can see that with the 4G, that's actually in blue. So that means I'm getting a really good signal for that. But the 5G is actually in yellow. So that means I'm getting a weak signal for that. So I'm hoping, with the update that they're going to be doing, the upgrading the towers and stuff, I'm hoping that they're going to actually improve on the signal quality, because even with my phone, it's spotty, and with this as well, you can see it's spotty, and it's really weird to me because I have this facing the tower, the waveform 4x4 facing the tower, and it's still giving me a weak signal. So I really don't know what that, why it's been doing that, because I used to get I actually used to get a very good signal here, where I actually have this gateway or modem, whatever you want to call it, placed without an external antenna, but I didn't get as fast speeds. That's the weird thing. I have a weak signal now, but I get faster speeds, probably thanks to the waveform antenna. Because it's, literally just, basically facing right out the window. So it's probably getting a better, it's getting better speeds, but it doesn't seem to be getting better signal. But I find that weird because, like I said, I had the stock T-Mobile 5G home internet gateway, sitting in the same exact spot, and I actually got, better signal bars. I actually got very good, for the 5G instead of a yellow, like I'm getting now, a weak signal, which actually says, it says that in the Chester Cheetah version 2 admin page. It says that it's a weak signal, a weak 5G signal. So this could be because they're working on the towers, and like I've said in my other video, I go more into detail about that. I posted that about an hour or two ago, on my channel, so you can definitely check that out. So they're doing maintenance, particularly on the 5G, from what she told me. I chatted with them, and they told me that they're doing, maintenance on the 5G around here, to make it more widely available and make it better. So I'm hoping that I'm going to actually see a either a blue light from this, or I don't know what the good light would be for that. I guess it would be blue. In this case, if I get a good 5G signal, I would definitely be happier with that. And she also told me, once they do, complete these upgrades around April 27th, she told me that we should, see even better speeds, and more, better reliability, just overall, better reliability, in 5G in more places, around here. So I live in South Jersey, and we don't have, bad weather, like all the time or anything here. But I have noticed with bad weather sometimes that I actually have to reboot this, because it'll, excuse me, it'll actually lose 5G signal, because the signal is weak. So it's not, it's definitely not up on par with 4G LTE, as you can see there. Like I said, it's showing a blue, icon for that. So it's definitely not, like basically all the way there yet. It's definitely not, good enough to take over, 4G LTE yet. At least in my opinion, it's not. And some people can't even get it at all in their area. So I'm lucky to be able to get it, at least get, speeds in the reasonable marks, like 500 to 600 on the download. But what I'm really hoping is that they improve it, so much that I can actually get better upload speed. That's mainly what I want, better upload speed, and better download speed if I can get it, and more reliable ping, as well. So that's that's where that's set up. That's the waveform 4x4 antenna. Like I said, it's pointed directly out there toward the truck stop. The old truck stop that's there by the interstate, near me. And like I said, I really am shocked that I'm only getting a weak signal, like I said. So it could be because they're working on the towers as well. Like I said, she told me that you're gonna get like speeds that are iffy, when they're working on this. She said that they're gonna probably have some towers down, some bands and stuff that are down, while they're working on it, while they're physically fixing it, making it better. Not really fixing it, making it, more reliable. So I'm hoping that I'll actually get better 5G on my phone, because once in a while I'll get 5G UC on my phone. But I've noticed that it's very iffy, around where I live. Now at the school, where I actually work, I get 5G most of the time at the school, but it is still iffy sometimes, in certain classrooms there, which is really weird to me, because the water tower out there, which is right in town, actually has 5G and 4G on top of it, because I can tell, just by the tower, and I'm in walking distance, that. So I get full bars all the time, but most of the time, it's only 4G LTE. It's not 5G most of the time. So I'm definitely hoping that I can at least, get more reliable 5G, not only on my T-Mobile 5G home internet, but also on my phone, on my Google Pixel 8 Pro, which I, would like, because, I would like to have better, reliability with the 5G in general, on my phone, and, the T-Mobile 5G home internet. And I mean, who wouldn't? So I'm hoping, that they get it done. I'm hoping that they do get it done around April 27th, if not sooner. So I'm definitely hoping on that. But like I said, that's basically the setup here. I do have it, like I said, I have it plugged into the waveform 4x4 over there, the antenna. And back here you can see I do have it actually plugged into a surge protector, and I have a, I'm trying to think of the word for it, a heavy duty, that's what it's called, a heavy duty extension cord, running up to the gateway itself, the Chester Cheetah version 2. I have a heavy duty extension cord running up to that, and that's plugged into the the surge protector back there. So that's, it's definitely secure. I don't really like doing that. I don't really like plugging an extension cord into a surge protector, but that's a heavy duty one, so it should be fine. It still should, save it if anything happens with, electricity or anything. Or storms or anything like that. So I'm not really, that concerned about it. So some people might actually tell me, some people might actually say, well, how do you keep this place cool? If you're up in the attic. Now, I actually have a fan up here. As you can see right there, I have it on low for the sake of this video. But I normally keep it on 3. As you can see right there, it's, powerful enough to keep it, somewhat, ventilated up here. I have it going back and forth, as you can see there. It is actually 69 degrees up here. I can actually show you guys. So I have a thermometer up here to keep, track of how cold or hot it is up here. And then I open that window. As you can see right there, I open that window, and that's got a screen in it, so it, lets in fresh air. So it's very well ventilated up here. And then I have this door here, and then there's another window up here that I open. That one's also open. So I keep it as well ventilated as I can, up here. The only window that I don't open is the one over there with the waveform antenna. Because I don't really need to have that one open. I actually put a storm window in that one, so I'm not gonna worry about opening that one, because I have this one, and I also have this other one over here. And most of the time I actually keep this door open to actually help ventilate a little bit more. But it hasn't been that warm yet. It's not summertime here yet. It's only springtime. So it's not, like overly hot yet. So, but it can get hot up here. I've gotten it, I've seen it get to like 89 or 90 degrees up here, sometimes 95, or 97. So I definitely do keep it well ventilated, the best that I can. And I actually might, instead of using just that fan, I actually might look into actually getting a, like a laptop fan, and putting that actually underneath of the gateway itself, the Chester Cheetah version 2 Wi-Fi gateway or modem, whatever you want to call it. So I might actually do that to help with ventilation, because this actually does have ventilation on the sides, as you can see right there. It has it on both sides. I can't really, you can see it, yeah, a little bit on that side. But it does have, really good ventilation. It doesn't have a built-in cooling fan, or anything like that, which kind of worries me. But, most of the time it's going to be fine. I actually asked Nader Tater on his YouTube channel if it would be all right to keep this thing up in the attic. And I had the T-Mobile 5G home internet gateway, the default one, or the stock one, I should call it, the stock T-Mobile 5G home internet gateways up here. But I did have them actually under a fan. Excuse me. I had them under a fan. I actually had them under that fan right there. I actually need to take that down with me. But I did have them under a fan, and I had this fan going as well. And I had that window open and that window open. And I believe that I had this window open before I started using the antenna. So it was a little bit, cooler up here. Some people have actually told me, oh, you should, like on Reddit, some people have told me that you should, AC this up here, air condition it, and, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to, I don't live up here. Me and my mom don't, come up here very often. I'll come up here every once in a while, just to check on things, to make sure everything's going good, to make sure everything's not overheating, stuff's not overheating, stuff like that. But, I check the outlets every once in a while, just to make sure, everything's, good. But, I don't really see any, need to, AC it up here. I really don't. And not only that, I would have to buy one of those ones that actually stand up, because I wouldn't be able to put it in these windows because they have that roll, like they roll to open. So I wouldn't be able to do that unless I actually took those out. And I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna bother doing all that. I think that this fan over here, is enough. And I actually schedule this. I actually schedule this fan. I actually have it plugged into a smart plug over here. As you can see right there, I have another surge protector over there for the light and the fan itself and that light. But you know, that's the thing. You know, I mean, the main thing is being safe. You know, being safe about this kind of stuff. You know, when it comes to stuff being up in an attic, you know, when it's hot out and stuff, and you know, somewhat colder in the wintertime because it's not heated up here. But you know, the cold is not really the main thing I worry about. It's the heat. You know, with this kind of stuff. So I'm probably gonna buy a laptop, like a laptop cooling fan, and I'll just put it underneath of it, you know, just to be on the safe side. And you know, I'll go with that. And then you know, I'll obviously keep this fan on. And like I was saying, I do have this scheduled with a smart plug back there. If you guys can see that, I have it scheduled with a smart plug to actually come on in the morning during the summertime, and then I have it set to excuse me, I have it set to turn off around like 10 o'clock at night. I believe it's like 10 or 10:30. I have it set to turn off around 10:30 or 10 o'clock at night, because it's cooler most of the time that, you know, time of night. Now if it's not, you know, I'll turn it on manually. I'll just come up here and turn it on manually, or just turn it on, you know, using my app, or, you know, or Google Assistant. You know, I'll just tell Google, you know, hey, Google, turn on, you know, Josh's attic fan, you know, or the attic fan, I believe it's called. But that's basically it, guys. You know, I just wanted to get this video out there. Like I said, you know, I figured that I would let you guys see my setup here. I do actually have the old waveform antenna connector here, and this is actually the one that broke. I can actually show you guys. And as you can see right there, it's broken off. I have the piece around here somewhere for it. I don't know, actually. I think it's right here. Yeah, that's actually the old cable. So I am actually going to keep that. You know, I'm just going to keep it, you know, in case I would need parts on it or something. Maybe need one of these connectors or something. You know, you never know. So I'm just going to keep it up here. You know, there's a bunch of junk up here, antennas. You know, just a bunch of boxes, you know, from Google Pixel stuff. You know, stuff like that. You know, a bunch of junk up here that I do need to clean out. Me and my mom need to clean out, but it's a lot better than it was. I actually did, you know, clean up stuff up here. It's not, you know, as junky. But, you know, like I said, you know, I just wanted to get this video out there. I just wanted to let you guys know, you know, how my setup is. You know, I think it's a really good setup. I mean, other than the heat. But like I said, you know, I'm probably going to get a, you know, a laptop, you know, cooling pad, and I'll put that under this, you know, under the Chester Cheetah version 2, you know, to make sure that it is as cool as possible. And like I said, you know, I'm going to leave that window open over there, and I'm also going to leave that window open over there, you know, when it's, you know, when it's really hot up here, especially, you know, during summer, you know, and I'll keep that window shut with the storm window in it, because, you know, I don't want anything getting wet over there. I don't want it getting, you know, even though it is water resistant or waterproof, you know, I still don't want it, you know, getting messed up, you know, with the, you know, with the elements and stuff. That's why I haven't put it outside, because I just don't, you know, want to put it outside, especially, you know, since I had that broken connector over there. You know, I definitely don't feel like, you know, trusting that, you know, putting it outside. So, you know, like I said, it gets good enough speeds there. It gets 500 to 600 on the download. The upload could be better. The ping could also be a little bit better. But, you know, for $50 a month, you know, and for them working on the towers, you know, doing the tower modernization on the 5G, you know, like I said, I'm hoping that that's going to improve, you know, my signal, you know, especially like I said on there, you know, it's only giving me a, you know, a weak signal, for the 5G. So I'm definitely hoping not only for, you know, the T-Mobile 5G home internet, you know, that I'll get a better signal. You know, I would at least like to get a good signal, you know, for the 5G if I could, or a very good or an excellent, you know, that would definitely be nice. But, you know, I'm definitely hoping for just a good signal. You know, a more reliable signal is basically what I'm hoping for. So, so yeah, that's basically the video, guys. You know, this is basically my setup. Like I said, got the waveform 4x4 antenna over there, you know, pointed toward the cell tower at the truck stop. You know, got my Chester Cheetah version 2, gateway slash modem, whatever you want to call it over there. I got the window open over there, you know, preparing for summertime. I also got the window open over there. I got the fan going. I'm gonna put that back up, you know, on level 3 when I end this video. And you know, I mean, you know, like I said, it does get hot up here. But you know, I'm gonna get a laptop cooling, you know, fan system for under this. You know, because it is pretty big, so I'm just gonna, you know, do that and just lay it down, you know, on top of this old dresser. And then, you know, I'll go from there, you know, and see how it does. You know, keep tabs on the temperature or something, you know, with a temperature thing, you know, that I can get. I don't even have one of them, but I'll probably get one. But I think it should be fine, because I actually asked Nader Tater, and he's a big YouTuber that is really well known. He actually does, you know, tutorials, more in-depth tutorials than I do, you know, with the 5G, you know, home internet, the T-Mobile 5G home internet. He has a lot of videos on his channel. He's actually one that I highly recommend watching, because I actually got this stuff on his recommendation videos, because, you know, I was getting, you know, I wasn't real happy with the speeds that we were getting, but now I am, you know, ever since I got the third-party equipment, you know, that he actually recommended. So I, you know, highly recommend checking out his channel, you know, about third-party equipment, because it can, you know, it can definitely improve your, you know, your internet, you know, speed. I mean, we get, you know, like I said, on the download, we get 500 to 600 on the download, you know, consistently now, even with a weak 5G signal, which I'm hoping is going to improve, you know, since they're doing tower modernization. But, you know, even if it doesn't, you know, that's the thing. I mean, that's not bad at all. 500 to 600 on the download, that's, you know, that's really good, for a cellular internet, you know, for a cellular internet, home internet. You know, that's really good. So, I mean, I can't really complain about that. The only thing that I can complain about is, like I said, you know, the weak 5G signal. You know, every once in a while, you know, I'll have to reboot it, and, you know, get the 5G signal back, especially after like a bad storm or something. I've noticed that the 5G signal sometimes cuts out, and then I have to, you know, restart it. But I get the speeds right back, so I'm not really that worried about it. And we don't get, you know, like major storms here in South Jersey, so I'm not really that worried about it. But yeah, I mean, basically, you know, like I said, that's the video, guys. I just wanted to show you guys my setup here. You know, like I said, I think it's a pretty good setup. You know, I have these connected to the Google Nest Wi-Fi Pro 6E mesh system, and it works, you know, flawlessly. It works very well. You know, for $50 a month, you know, a lot, you know, I obviously more, you know, because I, you know, spent money on third-party equipment, but it's definitely worth it. It was definitely worth it to buy this Chester Cheetah version 2, and the waveform 4x4 antenna. So it was definitely, you know, worth the investment for me. Like I said, I got, like, you know, maybe 200, 280, you know, with the stock T-Mobile 5G home internet gateway. The highest that we got, was like 280 to 300, you know, to 350, and occasionally 400. But with this, you know, setup that I have now, we get like 500 to 600 consistently, you know, basically consistently. You know, now that they're working on the towers, you know, we don't really, you know, get that consistently now. But, you know, it's been, you know, hanging around there. You know, once in a while, since they've been working on the towers, I get like 450, or 480, but it goes back up to like 500 to 600. So, you know, it's going to do that when they're working on the towers. So you just have to, you know, take that into consideration. So anyway, that's basically the video, guys. Like I said, this is my setup. You know, I have the windows and stuff up in here. You know, I have the fan going. And I am going to actually get the, you know, the cooling fan for this, you know, to put underneath of it, you know, just to be on the safe side. They're not that expensive. So I'll, you know, just get a cooling fan to put underneath this, like a laptop cooling fan, or something like that, whatever I can find, you know, that's actually the size of this. So yeah, I mean, basically that's the video, guys. Like I said, just wanted to get this video out there. And if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. And until next time, guys.